Yo, what's going on? Today we're watching Vita Carnis Season 2. We enjoyed Season 1. It was pretty good. Let's get on with Season 2. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hate how that is only in one ear. What was that? Kinda. Oh, it's backwards.
My salvation.
Mission
You made me happy and
six.
celebrate.
Mission summary success.
Really? No way.
That's what the backwards X said.
I thought it. I thought everybody died. How was that in any way exorcist?
I mean, at least the military got to kill people. So
The mission was to kill,
uh,
not to save.
that was we
Gore, violence, death.
that was the season 2 teaser, and
I don't like how it opened with like glowing.
it seems like we'll get a lot more up close with the entities than normal. Cause there was we, cause uh towards the end before the carcass not emblem carcass logo appeared.
Braided.
It it showed a monolith and then six other monoliths like behind it, as if like one is the ringleader. And then it showed close-up versions of the host and a mimic,
Uh-huh.
obviously attacking somebody, and that's all I gather from the teaser.
I'm
But
sorry. I'm sorry, but anything like mimicking humans in general is the most genuinely horrifying thing to imagine. Like, just imagine, right?
I'm
You're
listening.
chilling at home, you're alone, and your sister or your mom. You didn't hear no doors open, you didn't hear the garage open, nothing. And
Oh,
all
I'm
you
I'm
hear is,
immediately calling one of them. Oh, I swear, I'm
"Hey,
immediately
sis,
calling.
are you home? Is mom home?"
if you have a brother, brother, brother,
Hey, yo, bro, you home?
or whoever you live with, text them, call them, be like, hey, did you get home earlier than expected, or did you not go anywhere, or what's up? And
Did you not go to work today?
they said no, I'm out. Oh, and then they probably cooked.
You either cooked or you run before you get cooked. If you're fat, I can't help you. But body positivity, right? Body positivity.
Right.
You're positively gonna die. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's just.
Shout out to Matt Mees.
All right, buddy.
Sound like moaning.
Today something has happened within the restricted zone, where a large group of cultists have been apprehended. Several teams of military personnel have arrested some high-ranking cultists and have unmasked
They
their identities to the
lived.
public. Shockingly, several of these members are well-renowned politicians and high-ranking members of multiple governments across the
Many
globe.
documents have been
Of course,
released
they're
providing
politicians.
sufficient proof of the atrocities that were being committed. Some of these crimes include murder, kidnapping, torture, ritual sacrifice, and the list goes on.
The members are found guilty of deliberately providing false information to the public in an attempt to cause harm.
The new Trier Company has been found to have very significant ties with cultist activities and has been shut down. All new Trier products have been deemed hazardous for consumption.
Cultivation farms are facing pressure to shut down.
Public unrest grows as the new Trier cult case brings more crimes that were hidden away.
Yo, wait, pause.
People are out.
Was the meat grinder on the bottom right? Was that eating crawlers? Didn't they say crawlers were edible and they eat them?
They said, I think in the lore that crawlers are not edible as of yet or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I think
There was one that was edible. Was it the next, what is the tier 1?
trimmings.
The tier 1 month. Yeah, trimmings. Weren't those edible? I know in this universe, one of the monsters were edible.
Hazardous for consumption.
I feel.
Farms are facing pressure to shut down.
But don't that look like?
New Trier cult
I think crawls are edible, but they're not like delicacy.
Tasty.
They're not. Yeah, they're edible, but not like delicacy type of like 5-star, 4-star restaurants.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that joint is like too orange red to be a person grinding taki powder. Like, no way.
case
Then that
brings
mimic,
more
bro,
crimes that were hidden away to light.
The
look like
people
a
are
dog on the
outraged by
face.
how little was actually done.
They demand that something be done to have
Ew.
Holy
Riots appear in the streets.
God damn!
Protests begin to turn.
Look like my uncle after he had too many bruises.
What?
What happens now?
Oh, it's the orb that you were wondering about.
Ew.
What if those go in the monoliths?
Magister's Wonder Show. I am the Magister.
Like eyeball.
Explore all of the world.
I could see that. Since there are 7 of them,
Today, we are learning about the circle of life.
you live and you die. Easy as that.
First stage of death. First, you die.
Test report number 4. We still know very little about the nature of the entities. There are 7 singularities in total. Each singularity is roughly 1 meter in diameter.
What's
They
a
are made
meter?
of an unknown material, although it looks and feels very similar to glass.
Like a yard.
We are unable to sample it in fear of causing
Something like
potential
that. I'm
damage.
American. I don't
The
know.
material is very dark in color, but has red shimmers of light swirling inside. There are some hints of other colors present, but is mostly dominated by the red.
Well, I don't care about the color.
Hovers above the ground in a stationary position, although they can be moved with relative ease. Our equipment can detect some subtle pulses of energy in rhythmic but random patterns.
Sounds like laughing.
We don't know what they are. We don't know if it is breathing or communicating. We don't even truly know if they are even organic. This is nothing new.
Brother,
just
what are you
confirming
on
what
about?
we already know. Our first experiments didn't give any interesting
Bro said an
leads.
orb is breathing.
The most we got was some interference with electronics, especially when there is more than one kept close together. But the experiment we conducted showed extremely significant results. The experiment played out like this. In test chamber 1, a live cow was released into the chamber with V1 for an extended period.
Man, cows got the worst
They were
luck.
left together for
Oh,
24
me, either that or
hours.
pigs.
The test showed minimal results from the entity and an increase in stress from the cow. Next, the body of a cow was put into the chamber with V1 for 24 hours. The results were extraordinary.
Was it?
Oh, what the hell?
I don't think body is supposed to decay like that.
5 hours after the whole body had been ingested,
That's just my assumption.
Kroll rapidly grew from
Ingested?
7
No,
points in the
bro.
chamber.
Melted, bro. Come on.
But that junk imploded, bro.
It rewrites every.
That junk look like when you drop a drop of water on a flat surface, bro. That was disgusting.
First, a young larva hatches
I ain't gonna lie. I had an impulse to say elephant cannibalism.
and grow. Once they are big enough, they transform into a pupa, and after some more time, they transform into an adult beetle. The adult beetle will go out into the world in search of food.
Audio log. Progress report for crawl samples. Cultivation has been successful. So
Ugh.
far, we grew them with 3 specific environmental factors. 1 is our control group, 2 with access to additional nutrition sources, and 3 with exposure to radio signals. Group 1 grew on par with standard crawl samples. No distinct abnormalities.
It looks so
Group 2
weird.
grew at a faster pace than the control group, as expected. No distinct abnormalities. Group 3 grew against its normal pattern, weaving its way toward the radio. Once the device was claimed, it switched to usual growth patterns. Again, no distinct abnormalities. In conclusion, the samples that were grown in V1's test chamber don't seem to differ from others grown from other sources. Still, we will continue with more factors in further groups, just in case. There have been some developments in the propagation group. V1 samples have seemingly been able to produce nodules at a slightly quicker rate than wild samples. Control groups show that samples begin node development a few days faster. More time will be needed to say for sure. As for the nodes themselves, there aren't any distinct abnormalities.
That thing looking like a scrotum.
We've successfully hatched a dozen Carnish juveniles, several trimmings, 2 meat snakes, and even 1 mimic. We will be sending them to the enclosures after everyone's reports get
Bro, why?
And then is ground into a fine mint. And
I
now
don't
ready for
understand. Why you keep it?
Audio log. Progress report for trimming colony. Significant progress in learning the social patterns of a group of trimmings we have been keeping together. A new batch of juveniles were added to the main colony at the beginning of the new progress report.
Oh
They
my
were accepted
god,
into the
that's
community
so.
immediately. No conflict or
So
rejection
weird
observed.
looking.
They did provide the circumstances to document more of their interactions. Trimmings communicate through a series of vocal cues.
Like a meat
Colony members
turtle.
meeting the new batch with squeaks and squeals. They also are not afraid to show us when they are upset. Trimmings also use some physical displays as well. For example, trimmings do a chewing or chatter motion with their mouths when they are happy or interested in something. The experiment that we performed was to explore the extent of their communication skills. The test went like this. We took one of the trimmings and had them in place in a modified enclosure. A speaker would play two separate audio cues. A positive cue would play, followed by a treat, and a negative cue, followed by a small spray of cold water. We did several rounds of both audio cues to condition the trimming's response.
Why does it chew like that?
How did it automatically know? Oh god! Jesus Christ!
He knew. He knew.
My ears.
After the test, the trimming was released back to its colony. And after a few hours, we tested how much the trimmings communicated. Another speaker was placed near the colony's enclosure, where we played the same audio cues. It is incredible.
Oh, that is
to see
scary.
how rare their social interactions can be.
Like, it's not scary in a way where, like, oh, I'm scared of them. It's scary in a way how,
Bizarre.
How they all instantly
this is-
know.
We found out that a
One
wild
well, not
colony
just
settled down
that,
the facility recently.
it's the fact that this is, like, borderline manipulation, right?
It was strange.
This is how us humans are basically cultivated.
That was
Like,
a
if you
long
really
trip.
think about it.
We set up a radio device near the wild colony and
That's
it
not
became
crazy.
ours. We linked both devices up and played the cues.
There's many dangers out there in the world. There are many predators that would love to have beetles for a snack. And unfortunately,
And some
not
others
all
want
beetles
cupcakes.
make it. Yes, it is sad, but that's how the circle of life works.
That
But
character
look,
design is actually
one of the
pretty
beetles
lit.
has laid eggs. And once the beetle's eggs hatch, the beautiful cycle starts again. And life continues on.
That's it. Anything like to add on, bro?
Look, man. Darian, you're kind of sick. I'm gonna be honest. You're a little bit sick. I've pretty much understood everything so far. I don't really have any questions.
Alright. Alright, let's move on to revealed progress. Almost said Congress.
Yeah, Congress was revealed, Sean. It's Trump. That is a big cricket.
Now only the most beautiful, only the most unique
Ew.
will be moving forward.
Brett.
There are lots of fossils hidden on the Earth, and plenty make their way into rivers and streams. You can look for them too.
No.
I do not recommend.
Audio log. Progress report on the Meat Snake Recreation Project. From our previous report, the juvenile meat snake we selected was grown in a standard captivity cell until maturity. The specimen we had selected was now an acceptable size for the project to begin.
That's a fat snake. Oh my god.
The specimen was moved into restraints. Twice a day, we fed it fresh meat, scraps, roadkill, making sure that it received the necessary materials like bones and organs to grow. 4 days into feeding, the specimen's mood mellowed out. The usual intimidation display was now a patient eagerness. It seems that the specimen now understands that we are feeding it. 11 days into feeding, the specimen has slowed down immensely. It has also been occasionally rejecting food. It looks like we have been overwhelming it, not giving it enough time to properly digest and implement the material. Feeding has been reduced to once a day, but with an increase of portion size. 19 days into feeding, the meat snake has almost shut down entirely. It no longer reacts to external factors. It still accepts food, but with assistance. A makeshift mechanism was made to help the feeding process. Favorable results have begun to show. The hue of the specimen's skin has been turning shades darker. Sampling period seems to be approaching sooner than expected. Day 21 into feeding. The specimen has reached all the required criteria to begin sampling. We managed to obtain a skin patch intervention. We began with cold resistance. The typical meat snake skin can hold its integrity up to negative 30 degrees Celsius. The specimen sample survived down to negative 100 degrees, even maintaining flexibility. Next, the heat resistance test. The sample was able to withstand impressive temperatures. We were only able to bring the temp up to 3,000 degrees Celsius before we had to bring in new equipment. We used some welding equipment and determined that the sample's limit was capped at around 5,000 degrees Celsius. Sample testing was interrupted by a peculiar event with the specimen. Personnel during the routine feeding found that the meat snake had escaped its restraints.
Uh-oh.
By performing mitosis. The two organisms were simply wandering the lab at the time. The project has been halted for now, and the two meat snakes have been moved back into their original enclosure. We are preparing more tests at the start of the new process report. End log.
Hey, random view of space.
You can make your own sieve at home. The mesh will catch large debris, allowing smaller things to pass through. But you can add more layers with different mesh to catch more things.
Lovely contestants
Ugh.
so far, but there can only be one winner. And this year's winner is Patty!
What the fuck?
This is my audio report for this month's progress, albeit a little bit late by a few months. Anyways, it's been a bit slow, but there have been some fascinating findings. I guess I'll start with the juveniles. Feisty fellas, already chock full of hunting instinct. Their hunting patterns are similar to other ambush predators. They will wait and then catch their prey with the element of surprise.
Oh.
They prefer to hunt prey smaller than
Oh, that's the
themselves,
mimic
something they
specimen.
can take down
Yep.
easily. But once they're older, they start getting a little cockier. but they have the killing technique to back it up.
Yo!
They put the
Oh
throat
my,
or neck to
that's
deliver a kill as
sick.
fast as possible. But once they metamorphosize into their adult form, it's harder to determine their patterns. The juveniles we do manage to get into their adult form don't last very long. They simply hide away, rejecting all food we provide. As it is well known, adults only eat human flesh. The adults we have all die to starvation. The best candidates for research are the ones we capture out in the wild. They last longer, most likely due to them already having food and nutrients in their systems. It's not something I dwell on too often. I am thankful for the ones they bring in for me. We got several adults, even a few humanoid ones.
Oh
We're
God.
able to understand a bit of how they work before they eventually whittle away. The hunting tactics of the adult forms change drastically from their previous form. Hunting now takes much longer as they observe and watch their prey. They are very cautious, waiting for the best opportunity. They take advantage of anything they can to get an upper hand. Their most popular tactic nowadays is climbing inside of furniture. Freshly metamorphosed adults are roughly 160 centimeters in height, but can fold themselves tightly into small spaces. One was even found inside one of those old-fashioned mannequins. And older adults still fit exceptionally well in tight places. It's funny, we didn't even know they could do this until the late 70s. They weren't even called mimics then. They were called, butchers. They changed it because its name better matched the description of characters in some kid's board game. Anyways, the hunting tactics beyond this are confusing to say the least. All depictions of their patterns have been wrong in one way or another. Ever since that public announcement in '86, they keep changing it. In reality, it is almost completely random. Each case in the wild is different, and it's hard to determine why in captivity. Plus, human testing is a no-go. Even though I volunteered myself, I feel so close to figuring it out. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The next stages are even harder to... Wait, how long do these tapes have to be?
Look, this one would have fallen through our first sift. There are plenty of other fun things you can find as well.
Oh no. My sieve isn't working.
Looks like there's a hole in your mesh. Make sure your mesh isn't damaged, or else something might slip through.
The incident with V1 involving cleanup team at Test Chamber 1.
Personnel through 21.
What happened?
My leg's caught. It's bad. It's bad. I'm bleeding.
What do I do?
I can't reach.
What do I do?
Help me down, please. Please.
We need medical assistance in Test Chamber 1.
Oh,
Stay
God.
calm. Help is on the way.
Oh,
Just try to stay
damn
still.
it. Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
All right, we're here. We're going to help you. Lower the ladder slowly. This is going to hurt. Okay, hold still. Ready? Now!
What's happening? What's happening to him? Get him out of here now! Get him out!
Was the Singularity trying to feed on him? And it just went ballistic? That's what I can think of. I don't know if it's correct, but it's what I can think of.
Uh-huh. It looked like the crawler got through the glass. But I could be wrong.
Alright, the latest video and the last video so far, first contact, 15 minutes. You ready for this, bro?
Mm-hmm.
All the entities are freaking out. The system can't handle all of this. Turn off the power. Sir, do it.
It is called the electromagnetic spectrum.
Backup power is now on. Systems appear to be stable.
Check the damage and get me eyes down there.
Entering the chamber. Entity seems much more active now. Sir, come in. Sir! I can't tell what you're saying, sir. Please respond. What? What the hell? I can't hear you clearly.
Or no way, bro is in the chamber.
No subtitles.
The waves reach the antennae and translate it into sound.
That is a broken bone if I ever seen one. Traduce. Dr. Traduce. Or Trados.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you understand what I am saying?
Yes.
Can you hear? Holy shit. What now? What should I say? What are you? What are you? Something else. you still hear us? Okay. What are you? Can you explain?
Playing from what?
What are your connections to the Vita Carnis species? These are too vague. Try another question. Do you know why you are here? Did you hear us? We aren't getting anywhere. What? Are you talking about the radios? Radios transmit and receive waves and translate it into sound.
Brilliant.
Do you want more radios?
Even the color you see and the sounds you hear. Oh, wait.
Sir, is it really in our best interest to give these things what they want? We don't even know what they're looking for.
I understand your concern, but this is the biggest breakthrough we have ever gotten. This may even be the greatest breakthrough of all history. Representatives of the UN will be arriving in just a few days to see our progress. This is too important to stop now. We are on the verge of something massive. And if the representatives are impressed, we get the funding to see how far this can go. So, for now, you and the team go and get the orbs if they want. Keep making reports, but keep them quick. We need to learn as much as we can in this short time frame.
Yes, sir.
For all future tests with singularities, there will now be a radio. Oh. Yo, Seven, are you all okay?
They travel up to 28,000 kilometers per hour.
What is happening? Okay,
This is our main observation room, where we conduct much of the testing on the singularities. As you can see, we are still performing tests. We have learned much from the entities, and if we were to have your support, we can continue our work here. I am sure we can... What is that?
Something tampering with the microphone and the monitors.
There has been much learned in our time together.
oh
I agree
nah.
with Dr. Trados. If we continue, I am sure this union will benefit all. Symbiosis, we join together. Let us sow seeds and watch what grows. Divine purpose. Let us show you. Let us guide the way. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Become one.
That's it.
That was something.
Anything you got to say?
Look, man. Don't interact with anything that's not here. That's first and foremost. Because you'll never know what you might give that entity, whether it be knowledge or personality. That thing will always be stronger than you. Stop feeding them. That's rule number one. Stay stupid, bro. Stay stupid. Because all the smart people make the dumb decision. Most importantly, love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, that's it.
For me, I might go on for a bit here, but I like when when the singularities got the radios and learned how they work, they started communicating with each other through the sound waves and whatnot. And then, as we heard at the very end, it was speaking much more clearly than when it started using radios.
Radio.
And the fact that they somehow was able to capture 7 singularities and test them is beyond me, bro.
Well, first of all, why was y'all just
But if there's anything we missed, I don't know about you, but if Film Theory uploads a video on Vita Carnis again, and if they spot anything we didn't, or the community spotted anything we didn't, you already know I'm about to check that out. But nah, yeah, that's all we got. That's the end of Vita Carnis so far. Peace out.